Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 448 of, I assume, the Maritime Paintball Podcast, coming to you live on 97.9 FM CHSR and live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at Maritime Paintball Podcast. My name is Brad Odell, and my name is Brad Odell, and with me as always is, over that way,
the pleasantly entertained king of paintball. I had to...
The pleasantly entertained king of paintball.
Yes, because...
I am but just his jester.
Wow, Del Preston is just a madman. So, and with us once again is MrZakk from the Big Effin' Squad.
Yay, hello.
Come to continue to regale us with adventures from D-Day because we've got to milk this cow for as long as humanly possible.
No, it's not that we're milking it. It's
Shut up, I know.
Last week we burned through an entire hour without talking about any paintball.
Well,
that's pretty much tradition, though.
I can fix some of that because, first of all, we got some business we got to handle. And I figured, first of all, I'm scrolling because I took notes this week. First of all, we want to thank Moncton Paintball, my home, my love, my field. We had an amazing street ball event on Sunday. Supposed to be Saturday. We got rained out. It was Sunday. It kicked ass. It was a lot of fun. There was a kid who ran the entire event with a TMC. He showed up. He strode up for street ball, not knowing that it wasn't walk on, that it was street ball. Okay. He signed up without batting an eyelash. And then he got put on a team with a bunch of speedballers, and they're like, you might want to
throw a hopper on that.
You might want to throw a hopper on that or something, homie. So what does Buddy do? He goes, listen, guys, let me try 1 point. And if it doesn't work, I'll go get a rental. Screw it. It's street ball. We're all there to have fun because street ball, in case for those who don't know, street ball is when it's kind of like pickup basketball. We just take a whole bunch of people, we mix up the teams, and we play a tournament style day. And it's awesome because you get really experienced players, you get rookies, and then you get people like me who are just there to screw around.
Yeah, you have a lot of random team, so it's a completely even playing field.
So you think that
should be, in theory, producing.
It did. It produced really good teams. We had a lot of fun. It was fairly even right across through. But for me, the standout was this kid because the first thing he does is he comes out of home, pop, and then bull rushes right up the center. Puck.
Respect.
Gets the flag. So we're like, holy hell, that's amazing. He doesn't do it once. He does it again. Then does it again. He does this the entire day until the last round when at that point everybody had had enough of his happy horse shit and they painted him.
But how many flags did he capture just running up the gullet?
2 or 3 at least.
Son of a gun.
Like, this kid was awesome. It was really fun to watch.
He may be the MagFed one.
I think he might have been the one.
The MagFedder's already LARP hard enough. We don't need 90s Neo coming back onto the paintball field.
I'm telling you, this kid could have done the 90s Neo, and I still wouldn't have complained. But that was at Moncton Paintball, and I love my home field, so go check out the pictures. Landry Photography took some really quick pictures. Eagle Eye Photography, I think is his name. He was there with a drone taking shots for us. Nice. So that was really cool.
Love that.
Our other sponsors, Intensity, who generally keeps me in really nice clothes, except today because I was strapped for time.
Look at you, eh?
I'm wearing last year's.
That's okay.
Unfortunately, because of the equipment in this room, they keep the room very cold. And this shirt is great in like hot weather. I am freezing.
It's technically, it's meant to keep you cool.
It's like it's moisture wicking to a fault.
Not a fault, to extreme lengths from our fantastic sponsor, Intensity. Like definitely go and check out their stuff. There's no discount. Just try and use it, and it might work. And if it doesn't, I tried. But buy their stuff because it's sexy. And then apparently, according to my notes, we are on Virtual Paintball League's jerseys now.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool.
That message got sent to me, I think, last week or the week before. And it was super. They just said that. They were like, hey, check this out. They're like, here's our jerseys. I was like,
guys kick ass.
You're an NFT now.
Oh, God. I'm still, that means I'm still worthless.
Can I do that?
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think also, I don't want to pay for access to the blockchain.
Also, even though we sponsor somebody, which is a weird thing for me to say, Paintball Dirt, you should go check out his newsletter. We've got a little spot on there too. And what's good for him is good for us. So everybody subscribe to Paintball Dirt. We'll get to the other stuff later. We'll get to the news later on. We've got lots of time before I get to that. But we actually have announcements and things that are happening in New Brunswick in the next 3 weeks because it's the season.
The sun's out. Huh?
Huzzah!
You've jinxed it. You
Ryan
absolute
Russell.
piece of garbage.
It's currently.
Hey, buddy. Apparently, Ryan Russell has sent a little basket of goodies with something I purchased from him. I made him promise that it was not a digit from a Lady of the Night. He said it's not. It's a surprise.
Why? Who is this individual, and why would we need to worry about that?
Well, have you not seen The Big Lebowski?
I have.
That's what I just don't want that in the package.
Why would that be your go-to?
Why not?
I mean, it could be 1,000 brown M&Ms. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, in a nice handmade brandy glass.
Handmade brandy glass.
Hand blown.
Yeah. Is there any other way?
Better than hand spun?
I was trying not to.
Sorry.
Terrible.
Explore Paintball. We love our imaginary sponsors and our unofficial sponsors, General Quarter Paintball, GQ Paintball. Who's starting rental groups very soon. Very
late
cool.
in the season, but good for them.
Hey,
better late than never, right?
Yay.
Cliff wants to know how bad was the weather at D-Day. It wasn't bad. It was just entertaining in the wrong way.
The weather we had on Saturday here in New Brunswick was the rain that we got last Saturday in Ottawa.
Yep.
It was the same rain. I'm sure of it. Because it was. Why does she calls us losers and yet she's listening to our show? So who's really the loser, Brittany?
What was
and
that
you're marrying, and she's marrying one of the hosts, which is even worse.
I can tell
Can you guess which one?
It isn't.
Sorry, my allergies are whipping my ass right now.
So the weather was rainy and cold, and then on Sunday it turned around to be not as rainy and less cold.
Yes. Saturday was half and half. Friday night was wild. And
the thunder and lightning and watching the speedball rain field just fill up with water. I'm like, there's not going to be any practice.
Watching the water slowly rise and start to run towards the tents was I'm not going to say
shack is thinking, babe, and I don't want to swim.
Right.
Friday
was next reel. That's the next reel.
Yeah, Friday was definitely intense.
Yeah, well, it was intense for some of the poor schmucks down in the pit, looking at turtle.
Who shouldn't have set their tent up there. We told them
they
survived 4 times.
I warned them.
They survived.
So, where did you want to pick up where we left off, or what? How'd you want to do this?
Frankly, let's just start at let's say okay. So Sunday. None of us really paintballed until Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday morning.
So
Sunday morning was a start.
Let's do round table because I'm pretty sure at one point or another, most of us weren't the 3 of us didn't really run together.
Again, I've got a terrible habit of not running with anybody. That's why we have to strap something to me. I tried to play medic.
Like a tether.
I'm clearly out of shape to be doing that because I sprinted the whole first chunk and then I was like, I'm dying, Dawn. Find somebody younger and faster. I know I can't do it here. I knew enough to know I couldn't do it and just handed the flag off.
Yeah.
Hi, Nova. It's nice to see you, buddy.
So I mean, okay, so whistle goes or the fireworks go up. How did the game start this year? Wow, the cold really fried my brain.
Okay, I have a pretty good memory of that. So the day started off actually pretty good. So it was cool and damp still, obviously, because it had been raining for most of Saturday, even though the rain pushed off in the evening for the bonfire. And I know I'm backtracking a little bit, but fast forward to Sunday, it's still kind of wet. It's not really raining, and everybody's kind of, there's a little bit kind of a renewed invigoration, I guess, waking up and seeing that the ground has most of the water is drained away.
Yeah,
so
we made the right sacrifice to the right deity.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the rain god finally relented. So the waters receded. We were able to stand on the ground instead of on the picnic tables, which was fantastic. Myself and my crew, we rolled onto the field as early as we could. So I think we got there around 7:30, something like that.
Yeah.
We got the camp stove set up, and we got the coffee perk rolling, and we just started gearing up and getting ready. So
Were you guys there at 7:30?
Oh yeah, man, you were still in bed.
I'm gonna say
I was up and wandering around at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I had enjoyed my evening and was very, very sleepy.
To each their own.
I was very sleepy.
But yeah, so we rolled up. We started on gearing up for the first time. All of us, none of us played Saturday. None of us played Friday. So we were raring to go just because the weather was just too miserable for us to even bother opening up our paint. So our paint is Sunday morning fresh, which is fantastic. Everybody's geared up. We got lots of cool gear with my guy. Like, my guys like dressing up. So if you were at D-Day and you saw the guy in the banana costume, that's my guy. That's Jerry. That's my guy. He was playing medic for a long time. I believe it was in the first half of the game.
I ran it at him and healed him so many times in the first chunk of that game because he was right up front, right against the tree, and those guys were shooting at him like they wanted to destroy him. Yes, hey, Nova, our fantastic sponsor, Intensity Customs, is known for carrying some Nova products in his amazing mobile shop. You should all go check it out.
Right. So there was totally a banana in the forest shooting at the red team. That definitely happened. You weren't hallucinating. It wasn't a fever dream.
That wasn't a fever dream.
That was a dude in a banana suit, and he was crushing it from the front line pretty much the whole game.
You could almost say that he saw them on the front line.
You could almost say that, but there might be a copyright issue.
Hey, Mavs Media. So that was Mavs that I saw sitting on the stage when I was sitting on stage Saturday having my coffee first thing in the morning, and I was trying to figure out who that was. Nightmare, hello. Turtle, hello. It's nice to see you both. Jerry, Jerry and his banana costume cracked me right up once again. But it's you in your chef costume.
My stupid chef costume.
It's one of, if anybody who's got a gimmick and is running around that field, and this is from the arsehole wearing a crown, the chef outfit is the best one. Kills me every time I see it.
Unfortunately, I rarely get to see what it looks like because I'm the guy wearing it, but I had an apron on, and the apron was like body armor. Like, it was almost not fair. Like, I was calling bounces at the end of it because it was just nothing would break on this stupid apron. So it was headshot or nothing for me.
It was like that last year too.
Yeah, it was. So, I mean, I was hoping maybe it was just because, the paint conditions were colder because the day was cooler, right? So maybe they'd break better. So I wore the thing again. I don't know if I'm going to wear it out to another D-Day because, like I said, there's so many shots that bounced off me that should have taken me out. But yeah, running around with the big chef hat on, flopping over all over the place. Oh, it's great! It's so much fun. Getting right into our Fortnite skins. And
I would see you guys running by. It's like Brad said, we didn't really roll together because I kind of just, like the other Thomas Burke said, I kind of just wandered around and I kind of watch people and I see things. Hey, buddy. But I would see you guys going by, and there would be the odd time I would kind of toddle along behind you.
Oh yeah.
And then you would go someplace I had already been, and I'm like,
Yeah, nah. we were just, ravaging scoundrels. Like, we didn't really have a plan. We were told to try and occupy the backfield, and so we did, and then we just did that for most of the first half.
Cliff, get out of the hospital. People have to be sick when they're in the hospital. If you're just cranky, you can't be there. Or if you want to go pick up a nurse, there's easier ways of doing it than just throwing yourself in the Guelph hospital.
You're not doing the Santa Claus for kids thing, are you? Because it's June.
Christmas in July, he could be getting an early start.
Maybe. Yeah, that's true. That could be it.
The temp, what is it in American numbers?
What are we talking?
The temperature.
Well, that
It
we
was
were
like
playing
50,
in.
Yeah, it was like 15, 16.
Uh,
It wasn't super warm.
was that like 65?
Right
Something
around
like
that. I'd say right around that.
Yeah.
So there you
No,
go. 65.
it was cool. It was cool.
It-
But the rain stayed off, and the rain like didn't even drizzle or nothing all Sunday. So
up
to answer
until it held off until like the last
the
second.
to the
Yeah.
very last
We were
paintball
packing
was
up.
fired,
I was
the
packing
rain
up in the
started.
rain.
Yeah.
So that was brilliant. It was a great game. I think I had probably the most fun this year than I've had in a long time at D-Day. For me personally, that was me. Anyways, I'll pass the mic off now. Someone else talk.
I had a ball, but I have fun wherever I go. Even if I play like terrible paintball, which is normally, I'm having a ball with watching the people and running around and acting like an ass. So I once again felt that the mission was accomplished, even if it was a little damp. There's worse.
Yeah, it was a little damp.
We've played in worse rain. Like it
God,
wasn't
yeah.
that bad.
The overcast was so nice for filming too. Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, it really
Oh,
was.
no.
It really was. It was the coloring was great. It was so easy to color grade everything.
Mhm.
As many people have seen from the reels where I'm recycling footage like mad. So if anyone's got
You're
footage
not-
they don't know what to do with, send it my way.
Well, I'm
Stop
cracking
telling
that can probably tomorrow.
Just send me everything. I'll edit I'll go through it. I'll sift it. Just
The man's on a
mail me the
mission.
SD card.
Yeah, you've been
He's gotten to the
off with
point where he's
reels and
using
they're
me in
hilarious.
reels. Like
That
you know
one was
he's scraping.
hilarious.
That one's actually doing really, really well though.
I'm very happy.
Last I checked, that one's sitting.
Don't tell me.
Hold on. I need a pen.
So yeah, King is going to be starting an exclusive OnlyFans channel coming up next week, and we'll come up with
Only crowns.
only crowns, only
Yeah,
kings.
it's going to be only crowns.
Only
kings.
Kangs.
Maybe not only kings. Might send the wrong message.
Yeah. You know what? You're right on that one.
I have told you guys for ages, Grindr is an untapped resource for paintballers.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Untapped.
Untapped.
Well, Andrew's in New Mexico.
That's
cool. You're
neat.
moving in. He's going abroad there. The Kaiser can't be trusted. So, but he's in New Mexico. They won't deal with that.
Let me see here. Hold on.
Oh my God, we could start a whole network with Nightmare and Wolf.
only kings. Oh, we're not doing only kings. Sorry.
So as of
Only
right
crowns.
now, the reel I made of King and put out yesterday. Was that yesterday's reel?
Yes.
Yeah, it was yesterday's reel. Is sitting at a little over 5,000 views. So not huge numbers. Don't get me wrong. I know a million or more is kind of the important number, but for our itty bitty little podcast,
that's funny. 110
5,000
degrees. That's too hot. That exceeds my law of 33 degrees. Maybe at night.
100%.
At night, if I've got it fully lit and on the speedball field, I'm sure that would be a ball. But at 110 degrees, I'm
110 translates to about 43.
Yeah, that's 110 reasons I know.
Right? So that's
the beard
brutal.
looks cool, but it ain't cool.
No, the beard's great. Everyone loves it until it's 35 degrees out, and I'm literally wringing sweat out of it. Yeah, is what it is. So, I finally remember what it was like at the beginning because I was so messed up because we started in different spots instead of like going up the hill or even around the hill. We started both at the top of the hill. I was part of the initial run. We took Boneyard kind of instantly to the point where it was kind of boring for the first like 15, 20 minutes.
I kind of
honest
thought
with you,
they'd
like-
get over that ridge at the opposite end of
Well,
Boneyard.
that's what I thought, but they really didn't. They didn't come up over that ridge fast enough. But I think I have a theory as to why.
They were smart because
No,
hammering your
there's-
ass over Hamburger Hill with all morning sucks.
Mm.
Yeah,
Nobody
but it's
wants to
whatever
do
team
that.
whatever team has to go up Hamburger Hill in the morning always wins, as far as I'm concerned. If you have to go up a hill the beginning of the day, you're going to win the whole day. I have a theory. But the main reason I think we took Boneyard so quickly was because when they have to go up that hill, it's not just getting up the hill. It's getting up the hill and not tripping over one another. So instead of
Oh my
having
God,
a
yeah.
massive sprint go up the hill, you might have people who come off the break quick, right? Like bang, like whistle goes, the explosion goes, and somebody sprints, but as soon as they hit an incline, they immediately go into low gear, and they, you know what I mean? Like maybe they're fast on a flat surface,
up the hill.
yeah, and then they got to climb up that hill, and then you got people who are slower, maybe off the break, but they can move up a hill. You know what I mean? They can maintain their speed going up the hill. So I fully believe that just it caused a weird bottleneck where you're trying not to trip over the roots, but you're trying to get up as quick as you can, but you're also trying not to smoke the guy in front of you or hit the person behind you or trip over the person to the right of you or left of you. And it just
the hill was a
slows the
choke.
whole, it just slows you down. Right? Slows everybody down. And we had flat ground. We just had to sprint past stuff. That's all we had to do, which is why when we flipped the match at noon, or I guess in the middle, when we flipped it, they took Boneyard immediately.
Just like we did.
Exactly. So that's really not a great starting point. Hey, for anybody listening that has any input for D-Day.
Well, I agree and I don't agree. I mean, we both had the same opportunity to steamroll the other side, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of cancel out.
Sort of.
I
the
stand by that. They were just really that they just wanted it, and they were hell bent on destroying us in the afternoon. It was awesome.
No, because we whooped their ass for the entire morning.
Yeah, and then in the afternoon they were nice and they hadn't blown through all their paint or drugged their ass up that hill.
But that means for the past 5 years nobody's wanted it then, because for the past 5 years every team I've played on has won. And it's because we started at the bottom of the hill every time.
Oh yeah.
I think the issue is that when you end halfway through the day, people are tired, they're out of paint, they're exhausted, especially this weekend. And now it's like, okay, we're going to go back to the field, but you got to run up a hill. No.
Yeah, but didn't you play Axis with me one year and we won?
Probably.
No. That was Allied in 22. 19. No, we lost in 19. Damn it, you're right. Son of a gun, you're right.
See? The math doesn't lie.
Works.
There might
if you
be
start at the bottom
there.
of a hill,
and
the beginning of the day, you will win the day. Because when they flip it halfway through the day, you're no longer bright-eyed and bushy-tailed running up that hill. You're exhausted. You're cramped up because you've been playing all morning, and then you stopped for an hour. You ate a greasy cheeseburger, drank beverages of sorts, and now you're telling me I got to run up a hill at 2:00 in the afternoon? I'm tired. I'm done. I'm going to walk up that hill. So that's my theory.
But it didn't work out this year. But it was a close game.
It was. So the reason we lost was the trivia.
Think so?
I was told that the Axis or the Allieds lost due to trivia. That apparently Matt on the Axis side was better at answering the riddles than Gordo was.
Okay.
I'm going to chalk that up to Gordo can't see without his glasses.
Glasses. He can't see without his glasses.
Yeah.
So where Matt
that's why he got roped.
Yeah. So right. So Matt's getting the riddle, and he's just immediately like, okay, right. Meanwhile, Gordo gets handed the riddle, and he's doing this, like
the lazy cat jumps over the brown.
Trying to see it with his mask. You know what I mean?
Gordo's going to come into this chat, and he's going to thump somebody. And he won't be able to deny it because we're not wrong, but at the same time,
we could have worded it nicer.
No, I'm giving him shit. It's funny. Yeah. But we missed it by 2 points. But anyways, the morning I had, to be honest, it was kind of boring. I had a really boring morning for the first, like right off the break, because we just ended up pushing them back. They couldn't get over the hill.
Oh yeah, you went into D-Day.
I went into Boneyard. I just ran into Boneyard because I wanted to get up there front and center, and it got to the point where it was like, okay, I eventually got hit out. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go put my gear down, grab my phone, shoot some video. I couldn't get any really good footage of anybody doing anything really cool because we had pushed so far ahead that there was nowhere for to go. Like there was nothing. Like if we had pushed any further, we would have been shooting down the hill at them. Like,
So I'm just going to pause you for a second here because I see that Sam from MWR popped in. He's saying the beard energy here is palpable. So I'm proposing to change the name of the podcast to A King Between Two Beards.
that sounds dirty. I don't know how or why, but it sounds dirty.
It really does. I'm okay with it, but that's just because I'm a degenerate.
What's up, Sam?
What's this? Cameron, what's Cameron saying? A bunch of the Nova Scotia guys went into the woods down the road, and it was a long, drawn-out fight for clearing all of first half. So that's where I missed out. I missed out on the firefight in the woods for the first little bit because I was stuck at Boneyard. Basically, we pushed them back, and we were just holding them. But it sounds like we pushed them back, and then they swung around into the woods. So, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah,
Cameron,
it was. I mean, it was still fun. No. Like we pushed. So there's nowhere for them to go, right? So if we pushed them back, so if you look at the field as if it was two halves, right? We pushed them out of the right side, right half. Mm-hmm. They've got nowhere to go but to go into a U and push harder on the left half.
Right.
So where we've got our entire team pushing down on them and just demolishing them. Mm-hmm. They're just respawning and going in another direction.
Right. So if we had have just held that line instead of pushing it, it would have made it easier to hold over here too.
Yeah, we pushed them so far this way that they pushed us this way, and I think if they hadn't stopped the game halfway through the day, because we ended up pushing them into the woods, we ended up pushing them back on the woods side. But they had pushed into Boneyard. So we did the opposite. We kind of like going back and forth.
Yeah, nice seesaw.
Exactly. I think if they had not stopped the game, it would have just went in a big circle. We would have just ended up, like we would have just been like circle of death kind of thing. Like we would have kept pushing them, and then they would have just ended up pushing us out of Boneyard, and then coming in behind us in the forest, and we would have just kept going in a big circle.
Man, think about how much paint would fly to just run in a circle all day shooting. But I mean, like 500 people.
I mean, yeah. Dude, the old days of D-Day, like I call it the old days, but it was like 2017. 2016 was the best year, hands down. Something about 2016, everything just clicked, and it was a phenomenal, like 2.5 days. So good.
I just had a thought. It kind of hurt. I remember the first year we played D-Day, they didn't do the break in the middle of the day. And I did enjoy that because I remember at one point it was the lull, like everybody was at lunch and there was those dedicated savages that were still out in the field. And I think that's when I just kind of wandered out onto the field and I was walking around in the woods and I was by myself, and there was a little push and we pushed into them. And that's when I think I wandered up on Nightmare and Wolf, because then I turned around and slowly the shots were coming at me and it was the other team making a push. And it was these just random pushes that would happen that I didn't see as much because it seemed that everybody kind of stayed like in a position.
You knew the day was ending, right? Or you knew the match was ending.
Yeah, I see. But it also comes down to play. I could have done more too. So I mean, I've got.
I see the pros and cons to it, right? Like doing a whole day, nonstop, 6-7 hour game.
That's wicked. Like that's a long day, man.
It's a long day. Logistics are a little bit intense, where you've got to kind of rotate out your refs, right? Because your poor ref is stuck standing there for 3-4 hours straight.
It's also risky too. Some players will push through and not eat at all and pass out.
That happened. So that's one thing that I noticed was different from like 2016, 2017, 2018.
Bad habit of mine.
Every year, somebody got hauled away by paramedic.
Not this
year.
By
the medical team.
I didn't see medical team at all this year.
Nope.
They were there.
Well, they were there, but I didn't see them having.
No, but that's what I mean. I think having that break in the middle prevents people from doing. You're forcing them to stop, which is I think better for the field. To do it that way. It's better logistically. It does break up the game a bit. I do understand why they do it. I would prefer a long game because then you get these natural ebbs and flows where a bunch of yellows will come off to go for lunch, and red will take territory, and then a bunch of reds will come off while the yellows come back on, and you get these natural, like, almost like reinforcements kind of things, right?
So that's like what I mean. They would a fight would break out because you'd get fresh people wandering out onto the field, and
exactly,
that's something that I didn't get to experience more than that. I think the first year was the only time they did it.
Yeah,
they did a long game, I think in 17, but that was back when the Axis started at the tree line at the top of the hill, and the Allies started in the launching craft and at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, which
that was
I would
a meat
love.
grinder.
It was an absolute meat grinder, but it was, I don't know, it was like, that was kind of the draw. I wanted to be Allied because I wanted to go against the meat grinder, you know.
I wanted to be Axis because I wanted to go
be the meat grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I only had a pistol, so
you're going to lose eventually, but that's still fun.
Yeah, that was the first and last time I played MagFed at that event.
Yeah, doing it that way, I think I'd like to see it come back.
Speaking of markers, there were lots and lots of markers that we got to try out this weekend. What did you get to try out?
I didn't try anything out.
You didn't play. What were you playing with?
Axe 2.0.
You had your Axe 2.0.
Yeah.
Didn't Tom get something?
I got my Sweet Leaf. I got my LV16, and it shot like butter all day. And then it shredded this weekend too. Like, I'm like, oh, nice. The shocker. All these fed. Nope, just LV. Loaded it up and LV go burr.
LV go burr.
LV go burr.
I started the day with a GOG enemy, mechanical.
I saw that you were playing with that. That was awesome.
But I had an 18-inch long Lapco on it. So if you
ran out of paint, you just poked him with it.
It's like a fixed bayonets. No, I had I was running an aluminum 3000 PSI tank. So if you
ran out of paint, you could beat him to death with it.
Honestly, like, I had enough gas to shoot one hopper and one hopper only. But I was touching everything from silly far away. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about my opinions on barrel length, because I witnessed.
The only issue with barrel length is that you just have to increase output pressure or operating pressure to get to the right FPS. That's all it really is. I think there's a diminishing return.
There is for
on
sure.
length for sure, and I think the main, like, I think what a lot of players go for right now, I think is like 12 to 16 is kind of the norm. That's
a pretty sweet spot length for most markers.
Like, and I think it depends on your play style. Like, I know a lot of snake players tend to run, like, I think a shorter barrel, like a 12-inch or
18-inch with a thread adapter, so it's more like 19 and a half. It was like the Joker's gun. Like, I wanted to hang a flag on it that said bang.
Kaiser, the only C1D guy I saw all day was when they were coming off the field at the end of the day when they were coming off, and I saw the young lad once.
So what Tom is saying, he only saw C1D in the parking lot.
Right.
Well, that's where I was, so it's not really their fault.
Oh my God!
I did see the young medic from C1D tear assing around the field, and that kid's got wheels, man. He moved all day.
I did get an opportunity to try a few different guns on the field. Sorry, markers on the field, and I have to say that the very first time that I've ever actually, like, played in a game with a 180R, and man, was that ever sweet.
Right?
Was that ever sweet? Okay, so for context, I came up with the 98 custom and variants of that, right? So, like, I'm so used to just the old school mechanical, and that's what I like to play with. 8 to 10 BPS is fantastic for me. Right. I've never gotten into speedball guns, but I'm getting into it now as I'm playing more and more with my hopper marker, right? The GOG enemy I picked up off of my good friend Chad, and I just have been having so much fun playing with it that I would consider investing into a proper speedball marker now, right?
That is a conversation. That is a show that I want to do.
Okay, later. So I got to try the 180R, and I loved it. But after that, I got to try the MG100, and I've never played on field, like played in a game with it before. And was that ever a treat? Right, two
Right?
completely different style markers. I mean, yeah, the MG I was using, or sorry, EMF 100 I was using, had a hopper on it, but still, it was ripping, and I was loving it.
It's an EMAC. It's an
Yeah.
EMAC at its core. It's a fantastic marker.
So, on the topic of what markers were we playing with, like I got to try quite a few, and I must say, modern markers.
Right?
Have you guys heard of these modern markers before?
Yes, these fancy Dan markers. There's somebody people who have been laughing at me because I always said I'd never get into the space markers, and now I'm just like, I like my LV.
I thought I was Mr. Magfed, but turns out I just like paintball.
I think a lot of people go through that arc, and that's what I want to discuss on the shows. I'd love to get hold of some folks who started out, and went through kind of the same arc idea where, like, I was the same way. I was 98, then I went to the A5, then I got MagFed, then I went TGR, and then I had an X7, then I went TGR2, and then from TGR2 to MilSig M17, 468, T15, and then Mini, right? And and then I went to the Mini, and it was like there would be days, like every day, just ended up being like just going out. And
I could load these mags, or I could go.
No, that's exactly what would happen. Is I was getting ready for the day, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna go play at Hillsborough, or I'm gonna go play in Moncton, or I'm gonna go play, like a local game, and I'd be like looking at the T15 or the TGR2, thinking like, I mean, I gotta clean the mags, pack the gear. I'm gonna need the chest rig. No, I'm gonna just take the hopper, the tank, and the Mini and go. Like,
you know how liberating it was for me to strap on the first modern pod pack I've ever owned.
I was about yes. I thought that was the funniest thing. I could never imagine it, and yet you.
And that was also. Can we shout out who made that pod pack?
Oh yeah, so that's what was it? It's a 6+5 from Intensity Customs.
Yeah.
That was
and what's wild is was it cheaper? No, it wasn't cheaper. It was a little bit more expensive than the cheapest pod pack that was there.
Right, but the build quality of the Intensity
that's what I mean.
It was better than the other one.
Yeah, you picked up.
I don't want to talk shit.
No. It was like Empire has like a super low entry level pod pack.
Yes, they
that's
do.
what it is. It's super entry level, right? So it was like $50. So you get
something
what you
like
get for $50 or something, right?
Right.
And then it was like, oh, let's go check out Intensity, and I was like, hey, you got pod packs. He showed you the pod pack, and it was like, how much was it? It was like $80.
I said if it's under $100, I'll buy it now. Right. So he fitted me. He fitted me for a pod pack.
That was the other thing too. He's like, he pulled out 3 or 4 of them, and he was like, try this one on. He's like, nah, you need a different size. And I'm like, different size?
What? Yeah. I thought it. What do you mean different size?
Yeah, he makes different sizes of pod packs. He's got pod packs for the little guy. He's got pod packs for the big guy, because he said he hates seeing the bigger guys go out with the extenders.
Yeah. So
he's like, I hate that. He's like, just make a bigger pod pack.
Yep.
Like that's what I love about Intensity's thought process.
I really enjoyed it. I really liked the little silicone details all over it. It helps the pack stay in place. It was really easy to stick the pods back. So he sold me the one that had the little plastic inserts in all the pod sleeves, so it makes it easier for people like me who are not seasoned speedballers, to put my empty pods back, because in woodsball you obviously don't drop your pods and run. You try and bring them back with you, right?
Yeah.
So that was basically just a little piece of pro tip from him, and I really ended up appreciating it on the field, because this is the first DD I didn't lose anything.
Right.
Everything I went field came back with me, other than paint.
Speaking of Intensity gear, that I did not think I would love as much as I do, and I'm not just saying this because Intensity is one of our partners. I needed a pair of gloves. I was rocking your gloves on stage, which, by the way, the skull gloves look fantastic while I'm on stage holding the microphone. Love it. Sheldon Carlos got an amazing photo of me. I need to go buy that photo, actually. But then I was like, okay, I need a pair of gloves because it was still cold, right? And the last thing I wanted to do was take a shot to the knuckles, like in the cold. So I was like, okay, I ran to the, and this is like, they're like, we're like, get on the field. So I like sprint over to the Intensity tent. I was like, I need a pair of gloves. So I'm like, go to the wall, grab a pair of gloves, pay for them. The gloves have a little squeegee on the thumb, on both thumbs. There's a little, like, I don't know, about an inch and a half long squeegee. And then
like a hard strip.
Yeah, well, it's like a,
Yeah.
it's like a,
You
it's
told
a,
me about this on the way home. I need gloves.
medium rubber, I guess. It's not like a hard, rigid rubber, but it's also not super soft.
But it's a rubber squeegee. Okay.
But it's a rubber squeegee. And the palm and the index finger are microfiber.
Microfiber. Of course they are.
So I was like, I put on these gloves, and I was like, that's kind of gimmicky, or it's kind of a cute idea. Then I get gogged. Literally, like the first hit of the day, it was just like snap. And I was like, I was like, wait a minute, squeep, and I just squeegeed the paint off my lens.
Yo,
and then buffed my lens with my finger. And I was like, oh my god, these are amazing.
I'm so insanely cheap when it comes to buying kit like that I'm just used to having microfibers in my pocket and stuff. And I'm like,
$20 or $25 for a pair.
Yeah, I'm annoyed because my old pod pack is an enemy pod pack, like that thing that I've had for years that is just probably third hand and it definitely needs to be replaced. And we have a fantastic partner that deals in threads, and I still look like I'm dressed like a hobo.
We're gonna change that by next season. You and I are gonna walk onto the field looking like we know what we're doing,
as the kids say.
Yeah,
rad AF.
With rad AF.
Oh god, get it.
We're gonna look ag. We're gonna look so ag.
Oh god, you people make me sick. I love you.
Or what is it? Aura. We're gonna have aura. 1,000 aura.
Yeah, you're farming it or whatever they say. Yeah, okay, so we've almost got to the end of the game.
So
we're trying.
There was one point, like I think I talked about it yesterday, playing on the field, that the buddy with the LED mask was bumping some killer tunes.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was from the Pump group, Pump Fiction.
Pump Fiction, yeah.
Yeah.
And we just we were chilling in the woods and we were just pushing, and it was like, it wasn't even like trying to encourage people to push up and take ground. It was push up, keep up with the sound, keep up with the tunes is what you got to do.
If you can't hear them, you're being left behind.
Yeah, and it was awesome. And then we ended up doing a lot of damage. Most of us had no paint. We were just firing air at people as we were running from bunker to bunker. One poor dude was there in a riot shield, and you could see the fear in his eyes through that mask, because he's tucked into a little corner, and there's 15 of us trying to get him out.
Yeah,
himself against the log.
At what point do you just put your hand up and you're like, I'm done, boys?
Yeah,
please
the whistle on the blowing. We went for lunch. Oh, I lost my fidget toy. We ended up going for they called lunch. It was okay, that's halftime. So I was okay. Fine.
So lunch break comes around, and set up right beside the stage was the photo booth. I got the
which I didn't get to use until the end of the day.
Pictures right there.
Yeah, I was disappointed in myself.
It's okay. I got this gem right here for y'all to see on the internet.
Oh my god!
You look like Flat Zach. It doesn't even make sense. You look like we cut you out of cardboard.
And then, we got photobombed a lot, didn't we?
We did. It was actually really funny that it was she was she was tearing down. I was like, "Oh, you're tearing down." She was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Can I just get a quick couple of pics?" And she's like, "Yeah, just jump in." And then everyone else followed behind.
The Fortnite squad there.
Oh my god,
love it!
So funny.
That was a good time. We missed the mechanical bull though. It was just too soggy.
Yeah, the mechanical bull was just not gonna happen. It
makes
sucks,
sense.
but it was
machines.
better for them.
My crown healed up real nice on my on my guy down there.
Peace Machine tattoos.
He's got a little crown now. He looks even sexier. Brad's arm is looking good too.
My tattoo is almost done healing.
Almost ready to show the world.
Oh no, it's ready. I can show the world now, but it's still just a little bit cracking, just a little bit because the skin's still dry. But working on it. Good times.
I got the same length beard as you now. I caught up.
Yes,
How
you
about
do.
that?
And you know what? I'm still contemplating like cutting a bit of it off, but at the same time, I think I've developed a second chin, and I'm not willing to trim my beard.
So full disclosure, my beard's coming off for the summer because I just won't put up with it. But the reason it hasn't come off yet is because during the game, I actually caught a friendly fire rope of paint directly to the face. So underneath my mustache is all cut up from paint coming through.
Oh,
Because I was about 15 feet or so away from the guy. And it was my own fault. Like, I don't hold it against whoever shot me, but it's like I put my hand up, I was walking out, but I did not look at who was behind me. And like, dude sent the paint and I walked right into it. It's just and he's like you could see the whites of his eyes through a tint in his lens. And he's like, oh my God.
That's always when you just put your hand up, you're like, it's okay, dude.
I took it like a champ, man. I got it all on camera too.
Yeah, it's on me.
So,
Amazing. Yeah, it was there was a lot of friendly fire.
There's always a lot
this
of
time
fire.
around. Poor Gordo. Feel bad. But yeah, it's all part of the game.
that's what makes it friendly.
Yeah. The
It
second
was
half of
really
the day.
friendly.
The second half of the day was tough. I don't think we really made much ground the second half of the day. Like, we kind of started at the bottom of that hill and we didn't go anywhere.
We got up there, but it was a slog. It was a slog, but we did get up there.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. Looks like there's a bit of grilling happening.
Oh,
Look at that. We got spam from Twitch.
Yay!
You made it.
I should definitely visit that Russian website.
Hang on, let me just pull it up on my burner phone.
I'll just use the work computer.
AJ and Wolf are going back and forth on what is and isn't a magazine.
Playboy used to be, but now it's not really anymore. Wait, wrong kind of magazine.
Okay, full.
Oh.
We're gonna. You know what? No, I'm not getting into that argument.
No, we're not.
Because I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure when they put the 4,000 round drum on the miniguns on the helicopters, they're called magazines.
Drum magazines.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Flows up in YouTube chat. What's going on? He says love from the VPL.
Hey, boys.
What's happening, fellas? And ladies and gentlemen.
As you guys complain about
So-
Fire loads of him. Nope.
What?
Nope. AJ, I think the people that are complaining about that would complain if you used a pump.
Yep.
Frankly.
Some people just are happy to complain.
Yeah.
I can't say on the radio. So moving forward, end of the day, you and I tried to do some stuff. I think the only hit I actually got that day was Gordo.
I got some great footage of you trying to do some stuff and hitting Gordo.
Do
you actually have footage of me shooting Gordo?
There is a very good chance that I have the whole thing.
Oh God!
Because I
Do you
was
think
right
he'd be
behind
mad
you.
if I used it?
Yes. Do it. He'll understand.
He might see it from our perspective differently, in a good way.
Maybe.
Because we legit
don't
didn't
know.
know it was him in there.
No, we didn't. I saw a gray shoulder. That's all I saw, and I was like, I'm gonna light up the doorway because I know that's where he's going, and that's where he went. And the balls were there at the same time.
And he rightfully yelled at us. You.
Yes.
mostly.
I am so happy that you guys are just like, yeah, he yelled at us. We deserved it.
Oh, he called us names.
On the field or off the field?
On the field. Off the field was fine. We apologize. He was all good. He was like, my bad. He's like, I kind of overreacted. We're like, no, not really.
He reacted perfectly appropriately to getting
so
blown
I
up.
showed up right as you guys were having that conversation.
Yeah,
that's where I
we
kind of came around the corner and I'm like, what the hell happened? You guys are like, we shot Gordo.
We lit him up and he damn near ripped the wall off of one of the bunkers.
He's a very scary man.
Which it would have been so. I mean, I feel bad for shooting on it, but it would have been so cool if he had actually kicked that and the wall came off.
He just hulked out.
It just like all four walls, just like.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just like boots it and just smokes somebody. You know what I mean? Just like just takes out some guy like trying to hide behind that bunker. It would have been too funny. Would have been
Gordo
too
rage.
funny.
Oh God. No.
So the final battle, because there's not. I mean, the second
final
half wasn't
battle, I was a little
super-
disappointed again. It was a repeat of last year. We
Yeah,
kind of took 2/3 of it and then walked away.
The difference is we could cross the 50 this year, but we didn't. That wasn't really clear to our group.
Yeah.
Because last year we weren't supposed to walk up as far as we did, but that's why, like, you did a danger run into enemy territory.
Because there was four, I think, 4 slapsticks. We had
there's 2 in the
them.
middle, 1 at either end.
Yeah. And I was like, I want theirs.
Right. That's what I tried too. And
Yeah.
I was duly informed at the 50 after I got painted that I was not allowed to walk, because I'll eat the shots. I don't care. And I got to the 50 and he pulled me out and I went, oh.
To be fair, that was explicitly explained before the final battle.
I know.
Okay. I'm actually going to defend Tom on this, because the wording he used, he said, you must maintain forward momentum. And then he said, so as long as you keep running forward, but at no point did he say you're not allowed to walk.
He said,
you
but
can
he
keep
did say
running forward could just be.
And if you have to
bad
ask,
case of wording.
if you have to ask, the answer is probably no.
Technically, Tom maintained forward momentum. He was moving forward.
But
slowly.
The rep always wins.
Yes, no, absolutely.
And that's why I didn't bat an eyelash, and I went, okay. And then I took my several bonus balls on the side of the head, which I had coming.
Yeah, I think it was right after you got taken out, I decided to run for it, and I started jogging, and then I just put my head down and my arms up, because I was just kind of worried about like getting clipped in the ear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing a Proflex, so my ear is protected, but getting hit in the ear still sucks.
Still rings your bell.
Yeah, so I put my arms up and I just kept going forward, and then I took it, and there was a dude from, I don't know, he might have been 3 feet away, not even, and just annihilated me. Like just bah, 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 bah. And then I ended up getting back to one, I told them all off because I was like, I took your flag. Like I took your flag.
Mm-hmm. But you kind of look like sorry to interrupt, but do you remember those videos that were coming out of people like showing off their markers, how they get a guy to stand up on the wall and then they'd like trace around him with the gun? It was like that, except every shot hit you.
Yeah, it was the opposite.
You're just like, well, they drew Brad on Brad. All right.
Pretty much. And then I got back to spawn, and my nervous system kind of reset and I fell. Like, I don't know what happened. I think it caused a serious fight or flight like reaction in my body. And I just like, because I got back and I just kind of fell to my hands and my knees. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like
that was the example of keeping it real going wrong.
Yeah, I think like neurons were firing that shouldn't have been, and the ones that were supposed to weren't. I don't know exactly what happened in my brain, but it sucked. Then I got back up and I was very angry, and I was like, I'm going again.
Of course. The sensible thing.
Then they called it.
That was a fun game. And at the final battle, I got some awesome angles of other players just because I had the POV camera on.
Yes. I know. I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one.
You really should, because then you get some of these memories, to share with people, like the silly things that we do.
It's true. Now,
I do legitimately want one of the 360s for the vlogging stuff. So just like standing around in the pit, that would be great.
I just wish 360 video wasn't so like jarring.
So I think it's when you have not the 360, no, the Insta 360, the little one.
Oh, yeah,
the little one that I can magnetically clip to myself. That I want one of those. So Insta, if you're listening, hook a brother up, because I'm too poor to afford it. But the actual 360 camera, I think I've seen some amazing footage from them, but I think it takes some very specific editing skills to make 360 footage look good, because it naturally wants to fisheye.
Yeah, well, it has to. I mean, that's
right. Yeah, it's got because it's a sphere, right? But if you know what you're doing and you know how to manipulate the file properly, like I watched one where it looked like it looked like a drone shot had come through a tire, and what it was is actually Buddy put it in on an angle, and then he pulls it out, and he kind of like curves it when he pulls the camera through the tire, but because it's a sphere, he tracks the tire, and it just looks like a straight shot all the way through the tire. It was phenomenal. Like I didn't realize it was a 360 shot until he's like, "Yeah, here's the behind the scenes." I was like, "That I legitimately thought that was a drone."
The question is could you manipulate 360? Oh, you want the 360?
I do. No, I would absolutely rock a 360 camera.
Yep. I thought they were really cool. There was a few of them on the field at D-Day, and honestly, I saw one on a mask mount that really inspired me. Because as much as I love my session camera, it's old and it's time to update.
Yeah. The 360 cameras are just so big. That's the problem. They're tall, they're really thin, like they're long, they're not. It's like strapping a smartphone to the top of your head, right? Like
those ones, yeah. I'm talking about the Insta again.
Yeah. The Insta, I think, is a great idea. The only problem is the battery life on them.
How long we got left?
We got about a minute.
Cool. So now the news, because I'm doing it fast. It's the weekend, so we got Father's Day. There's games in Shediac. There's games at AXP. There's games at Moncton. They're all doing Father's Day stuff, so get out there and check it out. The following weekend at Moncton, we're doing an impromptu, hopefully 3-man street ball with that new Midwestern layout that's like all squiggly and looks so cool. AXP has got a cool game coming up on the 29th. There's some stuff being posted, some very much, it was like Red Alert. It was almost like Red Alert style footage that they put on, and that looks really, really cool. And Moncton is also doing, where did it go here? The Last Man Standing competition. All the players meet at the center of the town, the horn goes, and players have 30 seconds before battle commences. They can hide, or they must remain in the main netted park enclosure, so they can't like hide in buildings. They have 10 minutes, and then it's like one-hit kills. And they have to exit all buildings and fight at the center of town in Moncton Paintball, so it's like in the ring. They're doing that every weekend, and there's going to be a championship match. So we'll get into it a little more next week because he's going to be doing it every week, and that looks sick. So
that's cool.
15 seconds.
Again, AXP the 29th. You got Moncton this weekend. You got Shediac Paintball doing some Father's Day stuff. Go out there, play some paintball for your daddy.
Someone in the chat says Hyper Sunday night,
MagFed
night at Hyper.
There you go, MagFed cool. At Hypersports. You can go see Too Tall and tell him I said he's pretty.
Love it. All right, folks, it's been a blast. Thanks for hanging out with us, chit-chatting and whatnot. We were talking about D-Day. Next week, don't know what we're talking about. We'll figure that out later. So, yeah.
Bye.
Go find us on all the socials, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all that jazz. Go like and share and comment and all that. I've gotten into the rhythm. We're putting out a reel a day. Love to get you guys' feedback. Go take a look at them. Leave comments. Let me know what you think. But that's it, folks. Until next week, cheers.
Bye.
Toodles.